Hey, can you believe it? I found a bomb.
What? What?
Yeah, really. I was out taking a walk. Was working on my neighbor's house, helping him out a little bit. And he had a water leak. I went around to his wells, went to turn the water off. And I looked over and I kicked something I thought was a white window weight. Now, if you've ever seen the old windows, they have balance weights on the side to help hold them up. And I went over, I took a little closer look at it, and it was pointed. And the window weights aren't pointed like this. So I picked it up and I looked at it, and it was a bomb. 10 years in the Marines, I've done just about everything, and I know what they look like. I know what things are. I had a pretty good idea. It was not going to blow up on me, so please don't do this. If you see something, don't touch it, really. I mean, I probably should have left it alone and called somebody, but I was blessed in the fact that I didn't get blown up. Now, when I did pick it up and look at it, I noticed, first off, it was awful heavy. But then the next thing I did is I looked at the bottom, and a fuse had been drilled out. So that gave me a pretty good idea that it wasn't going to have anything in it. And then when I looked around, and you probably can't hear this, but you can hear rust inside of it, which means the powder, the explosive, whatever, is not isn't in there anymore. It's been taken out. So I looked it over. It has there's a brass ring here, right up across here. It says lot HCC 1-24. It has a date of 12/43, pretty cool, and 57 millimeter from an M86-8. That's a Canon. I'll show you a picture of it here. It's a Canon type anti-tank gun, and it shoots these 57 millimeter rounds. I did call the police. I called them up, and I thought it was pretty funny. This officer rolls up, and he says hi, and I said, "Yeah, hey, how's it going?" They know me around here. Not because I'm getting in trouble and anything, but they know they've come by before and talked to me and stuff, different things. And I said, it's over there. He said, "Oh, they told me it was a hand grenade." No, it's a missile. It's a bomb. It's a shell from an anti-tank round. So he went over and looked at it, and he says, "Well, I probably shouldn't do this. I know better from my EOD days, but that's the officer talking. But I'm pretty sure," and he did the same thing, and he could hear the rust in it. So I said, "Well, main thing I wanted to call you about is to find out if it's legal for me to have it, to keep it around." He said, "Oh yeah, it's yours. Don't worry about it." So, well, technically it's not mine. It belongs to my neighbor, and he's out of town right now. When he gets back, I'll see what he wants to do with it. But anyway, I thought it was pretty cool and wanted to share it with you. And the big thing is, my friends, is if you find something, don't you know, something like this that you're not sure of, and it looks like this, maybe you shouldn't touch it, okay? And no, maybe you really shouldn't. Find somebody who knows what they're doing, knows what it is, knows how to handle it, because there are still unexploded ordnance out there. Speaking of which, one last thing. I did talk to my neighbor. My neighbor's mother's brother, as it turns out, was stationed at Pearl Harbor 3 days after the attack. Now, here's the thing. According to the numbers, this was manufactured December of 43. Of course, we all know Pearl Harbor attack happened in December 41. So I'm thinking some things got a little confused. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. The date, that may not be the date. You could tell by the lot number, but it's so old that I don't know where you'd find the lot numbers from, how you'd get them. But I'm not going to tell them any different. They think they're, my neighbor thinks his uncle found it at Pearl Harbor after the attack, and you know, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Let him think of that. And I mean, he's not, you know, trying to, you know, make any big documentary of it or anything. That's not the point. You know, the point is, I think that he got it since he was stationed at Pearl Harbor, and he was in the Army. It's possible. I don't know. You know, anything possible. That's not the point of this video. I wanted to share that this is a bomb that I found, and if you find something, don't touch it. Find somebody who knows what they're doing and let them deal with it. So I thought it was pretty cool. It'll make a really cool doorstop. It's a little bit heavy for a paperweight, but I thought it was pretty cool. So please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys.